training strategies to get you through the holidays is what this video is all about. Now, there's 3 people when it comes to training through the holidays. 1, you don't even train at all, right? Okay, well, that's a 4th category, sorry. The first people don't train at all. They just kind of take it off, holiday deload, or they say it's a deload just to justify them just chilling out. That's completely cool. This video ain't for you. So if you're just going to not train throughout the year or throughout the holidays, don't worry about this video. Second people, they train exactly the same, right? They have a rigorous schedule. They just training the same. They usually train 5 days a week. It stays 5 days a week. That's completely cool. That's me. This video isn't for me. If that's you, don't worry about this video either. Now, 3 and 4, there are other people. So person number 3 is a person that can actually train more. Maybe now they're not working, they have more free time, so they can train more. This video is for you. I'm going to talk about that as well. And the last people this is especially for, where you have to train less. So I'm going to talk about the perfect training split that you can have if you want to train throughout the holidays, if you have to train less with minimal time. Here we go. So person number 3 that can train more. The biggest thing I want you to take away is I would rather you train more frequently than train with longer durations. And the reason is this. When we train, we have a finite amount of energy for the workout. So just because you have more free time doesn't necessarily mean you need to train for longer. It just means, in my opinion, that you should train more frequently. So instead of going, if you train 4 days a week, I don't want your workouts to go from 1 hour to 2 hours. I want your workouts, if you're going to train more, to go from 4 days to 5 days or 6 days. So you're having an extra split. Now, the reasoning for this is, within a workout, if you have a 1 hour workout, when you start, if you look at it kind of like if you're playing Tekken and you have a health bar that slowly goes down before you die, then your energy level is coming down as soon as you start your workout. And it's going to end on 0 if you're training really hard and you just like really deplete your energy levels. So if in 1 hour you're already gassed after that, I don't want you to go beyond like where you're feeling absolutely shit, because then that last hour of training that you have just because you have more time, that's what we would call junk volume, because you're not getting the most out of your body in that way. However, that extra kind of 1 hour or half an hour or 15 minutes that you would do at the end of those four sessions and just made another session, so you did 5 a week or 6 a week, then you get to sleep in between that, right? And you get that recovery. And you still have that same 1 hour training window, but instead of going beyond it and having a terrible workout, you can just train the next day so you're fresh again. So now the quality of your training has increased as well. So you're training more and you're training with the same quality instead of losing training quality and training more and potentially getting less for your time. So if you are training 4 days a week and you're doing an upper-lower split or a full body push-pull split, that's completely cool. But if you have 5 or 6 days that you're now training, I would completely change the split. So if you're a male and you're training 5 days a week and you've gone from 4, I would do 3 days upper body, 2 days lower. If you've gone from 4 days to now 6 days because you're not working and you have way more free time, then I would look at doing a push-pull leg split and just repeating those 3 workouts. That is a great way to really up your training if you have more time without going into that detrimental junk volume. The last person that I talked about training less, and this is probably what I'm going to do soon, moving to 3 full body days per week. Now, when we're training 3 full body days per week, it's kind of like the bare minimum that I like to see with your training. And within those 3 full body days, I want you to hit these 6 movement patterns, right? So you have horizontal push, which is ultimately your chest work or your pushing work. Chest press machine, bench press, dumbbell chest press. It can be incline, decline as well. That's your horizontal pressing. It can also be flies as well. So it's kind of just like your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Then you have horizontal pulling, which is the opposite movements of that, which is like your bent over rows, seated rows, inverted rows. Anything that you're rowing is a horizontal pull, really. So those are the 2 movement patterns. The third one is your vertical push. So that is coming up like that. Your overhead pressing, your military pressing, your shoulder press machine, dumbbell overhead press, Arnold press, and we can throw in lateral raises as well and all the variations it comes with. And then instead of pushing, we have vertical pulling as well. So if you just watch this movement, you can see that I'm kind of like doing a pull-up. So you can throw your pull-ups in there, assisted pull-ups, banded pull-ups, weighted pull-ups if you're jacked, And then we have the lat pull downs as well. Straight arm lat pull downs we can throw in there too, or lat prayers if you call them that. So those are 4: vertical push pull, horizontal push pull, and then we have the lower body. Your lower push, which is like your squats, your leg press, your leg extension, mainly quad and calf exercises, because that's what you would push with in your lower body. You can throw in calf raises too. And then we have the lower body pull, which is your pulling movements for the lower body. Your Romanian deadlifts, your traditional deadlifts are pull. They're technically push as well, but we will throw them into the pull category. Your 45-degree back extensions, seated leg curls, lying leg curls, good mornings, those types of things. So these are the 6 movement patterns that I want you to cover in your workouts. Now, I have 3 different kind of recommendations, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So I'm going to start with beginners. If you're a beginner, what I'd recommend is just doing 3 sets per movement pattern. So let's just look at a really basic program, and I'll put this up. So first exercise, horizontal push. So you could just do a chest press machine because we're a beginner. Machines are good for beginners. You can't really screw it up. Chest press machine first. So that's our horizontal push done. Horizontal pull, we could do a seated row machine. Vertical push, we could do a shoulder press machine. And then we have a vertical pull, we could do a lat pull down. So those are 4 that have ticked every movement pattern in the upper body. Now we go down to the lower body. We can do a leg press, relatively simple. And then we could do, for the lower body pull, nothing's really simple when you're doing a hip hinge movement, but let's say we do a dumbbell Romanian deadlift. So now we have 6 exercises. They've ticked all the basic movement patterns of our body to have a really balanced body, and we just do 3 sets per exercise. We don't need to do supersets, so we can do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Happy days. If you're a beginner and you just do that workout and you repeat it Monday and then Wednesday and then Friday, surely it's going to be quite repetitive, but you're going to be making progress because you're doing the same exercises over and over again. You're going to be getting stronger. I want you to increase weights if you can every session or every week and continue to train like that 3 days a week. Now, if you're intermediate, what I would do, instead of completely changing that, what I would do is actually make it 4 sets a week. So now you have more training volume. So instead of doing 18 sets per day, like a beginner, because you're doing 3 sets of every movement pattern, which is 6, 3 times 6 is 18, you would do it 4 times. So you be doing 24 sets now as an intermediate. You could probably handle that training volume. And you could do the same thing as an intermediate lifter. You could do that same workout, but you're doing 4 sets. And then you could do another one, but I would make it a bit different. And then you'd have 2 workouts and you just alternate them. So it'd be like workout A, workout B. And then since you're training 3 times a week, you'd just put A there. So the first week would be A, B, A. The next week would be B, A, B. Hopefully you're following me. So A workout could be the same as what I said before. Basic, it's on machines and stuff. And then workout B could be slightly different. So it could be incline dumbbell chest press, and then you could do a single arm dumbbell row. Vertical push, you could do a seated dumbbell overhead press, and then you could do a bodyweight pull-up if you can get them out as an intermediate trainer. And then you could do a front foot elevated dumbbell split squat and a seated leg curl. So those are 6 of the basic movement patterns, and now you have these 2 workouts to alternate. Now, got the beginners and intermediate out of the way, the advanced folks, right? This is how I would potentially do it. I would still stick to 4 sets, but I would throw in a couple of accessory exercises. And as an advanced person, I would make all the exercises different. So we could have that basic workout still, but doing it for 4 sets, but adding accessory work. So accessory work is not the basic movement patterns, but throwing in extra muscle groups that you want to focus on, and that you want to bring up. So if you really want to have jacked arms, you could do those 6 exercises, but then throw in like a barbell bicep curl and then a bodyweight tricep dip. And you could do those at the end for 4 sets once again. That's a cool way. If you want to bring up your shoulders, you could throw in some lateral raises, and then you could throw in some single arm cable lateral raises too. So really working on that width. If you want to build your traps, you could do some dumbbell trap shrugs, and then maybe you want to do forearms too, so you could throw in some traps and throw in some forearms as well. It's kind of whatever you want to focus on. If your calves just won't budge, you want to throw extra training volume there. Standing calf raise machine, calf leg press, or calf press is what I call it over there. So you have that freedom of what you want to focus on. Because you're advanced, you can kind of handle this. You can add that on the back. So, for example, one of the workouts could be incline barbell bench press, And you can throw in supersets if you want to be a bit more efficient as well. Superset with barbell bends over row. And you could just be going back and forth. 90 seconds rest between each, 4 sets. So that would be 8 total because you're going back and forth. And then you could go for behind the back cable lateral raises, one of my favorite exercises to do to build width in the shoulders. Superset with weighted chin-ups because you're advanced, you're super strong. And then we go to the lower body, right? We might do a low bar back squat into a single leg lying leg curl. So that's your lower body covered. Now you have these 2 accessory exercises on the back. So let's just say we just want to have jacked arms, right? So we go to doing incline dumbbell bicep curl, and then we just lie back down and do some dumbbell skull crushers. Those are at the end. So that's how I would do it as an advanced person. That would be one of the workouts. You could keep that simple one and the other one we did for the intermediate person and throw some accessory work after that. That's the kind of training split that I would look at doing through the holidays if you don't have very much time to do it. So that's what I'm going to be kind of converting to. I got a second baby on the way. My dad's over from New Zealand. It's going to be a bit hectic to try and keep a 5-day-a-week training schedule, doing jiu-jitsu 3 to 4 times as well. That's not happening. It's going to be quite busy. But I don't want to just not train and not be active, not maintain any muscle mass. I actually enjoy training, not just for the physical benefits of being strong and looking better, but also just mentally, I feel a bit better when I'm training. It just feels nice. So I still want to keep up my training 3 days a week. My dad's coming over, so I want to train with him as well, kind of build his knowledge. He's on his own journey of training, starting from the ground up. So these are some good ways to train, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I hope this helps. Guys, I talked about this in another video, but with calories, if you don't really know where to start throughout Christmas time or even after, I have a free calorie calculator. All I need is your email address, and then I kind of spam you after with a few things, but you can unsubscribe at any time. That's completely cool. But you will get your calories whether you want to lose weight, maintain weight, or gain muscle. And if you want to train, if you want to coach, especially with the new year coming up, the whole new year, new me wave is coming up. If you want a solid coach with great programming behind you, I'm your guy. So Built by Brock is a monthly coaching subscription that I have where you get new programs every month. There's already 15 templated programs in there depending on what goal you have. But I also run challenges as well, which will be starting January 20th officially. So that's coming up, which is exciting. And then I have the one-to-one premium coaching as well, where I look after everything for you. And it's all personalized and tailored to you. So links in the description for my website and the calorie calculator as well. I'll see you later. Have a good Christmas.